Hi everyone, this is Sangwoo Kim. Probably the graph is one of the excellent communication tools to help people understand how the distribution of data looks like. In this video, I would like to show you 4 ways to get histogram for continuous variable in Excel. So I hope you can choose your preference way to get histogram in Excel from now on. Alright, let's start. In this example, I will use housing price data. According to Wikipedia, a histogram was first introduced by Carl Pearson. As you know, Carl Pearson is one of the greatest and famous statisticians in the world. And we can say that a histogram has around 100 years history. When we talk about histogram, we imagine this kind of output. The x-axis means the scale of continuous variable. And the y-axis means frequency or density. There are many ways we can decide the number of bins. In Wikipedia, there are 9 ways we can choose to decide number of bins or width. In Excel, square root choice is default option. Alright, so let's get histogram by our own way. Number 1, add in. So click Data tab. On the right side, there's Data Analysis. And find out histogram. And click OK. And input range, so from second row to the bottom. Yeah. And output range. So click OK. Alright. So this is default method to get frequency based on default bins. Alright. So we can make our own bins. So let's 3000 and let's add up by 1000. So again, click Data Analysis and choose histogram, and let's choose bin range, this one, and let's see the result here. Click OK. Right. So the meaning of 3000 bin, so is 3000 and 3000 to 4000. Right? So 4000 and 5000, and for 5000 to 6000, and 6000, 7000, 8000, 8000 to 9000. Alright, so this is the first way to get a frequency table, and the second way is count if function. So when we define this range, so if we use count if as function, we can consider multi conditions. So criteria range, this one, and press F4, comma, and then n equal, and this one, and comma, again criteria range, and press F4, and comma, and less than, right, and this cell. Right. right, and then we can drag. So as you can see, if we use COUNTIF_s function, we can use this bin range. So this is number of frequencies from this continuous variable. This is the second way to get frequency data, to draw histogram. All right, number 3, lookup. So I hope you are very familiar with VLOOKUP, right? So lookup is also very powerful function in Excel, especially when you consider vector type data, right? So okay, lookup. Okay, so uh, lookup function. So if you type in lookup function, you can see some data type, right? The first one is lookup value, right? So okay, and press F4 and comma. So the second one is a lookup vector, right? Vector has direction. So we can consider from 3,000 to 11,000 range as a vector, right? So choose this one. Okay, and press F4. Cool. So we can make this continuous variable as kind of like categorical variable. So all values like within 5,000 to 6,000. Let's see, 5,000. This one and this one. And this one, and this one, this one, this one, this one, right? So as you can see, there are 7 cells which belong to 5,000 bin. All right. In this case, also we can use like a pivot. All right. So let's choose this one. And let's see the result here. Okay, and you can choose like a row name, and you can also put it as a number of counts. Alright, so we have got same result, right? The only difference is that if there's no data belongs to 9,000, 8,000 to 9,000, there is no data. Okay. Right. The last one is pivot. So without making this lookup, we also can consider continuous variable directly. This is one of the powerful best method in Excel when we use pivot. So let's consider this way. So click Insert and Pivot Table, and let's choose this one. And existing. Okay, this one. Click OK. Right. So if you put housing price in the row, so all data comes out, right? So we want to make this continuous variable as kind of categorical variable. So in this case, click right mouse on your mouse and click group. So as we did by own bin, we can put 3,000 here, and the last one is 11,000, and by 1000. Okay, and also you can put housing price as values, and how so as you can see, number of frequencies comes out. Right, so we can get same result, right? But the range is the expression of range is different. So again, let's summarize our 4 ways. The first one is using add-in. The second way is using COUNTIF-S function. The third method is lookup, right? So we can consider, we can make like a vector type data. And the last one is by using pivot directly. So once you use a continuous variable in pivot directly, you can see all data comes out. So you need to group them by your definition. And then you can count number of frequencies on the value on the value side. All right, so that's it. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and please click like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Have a nice day. Bye. Alright, thanks for waiting 30 seconds to watch extra video clips. As a final step, I will show you how to make histogram based on frequency table. Click Insert tab and choose Histogram from Graph, the first one, and you will see empty graph. I will use this frequency table, and for x-axis, I will use this one to change x-axis label. Again, click empty graph and click right on your mouse and select data and choose chart data range from frequency. And for x-axis label, click edit and choose x-axis label and click OK. Right, the final step is to make the bar thicker and also face each other. So click bar from your mouse, right click and choose format data series and change series overlap as 0 and change gap width as 0. Okay. And in order to distinguish each bar, I would like to change the color. So from border, choose a solid line and let's change color as red. Alright, so as you can see, we were finally able to make histogram, typical histogram. Thank you.